Okay. Hello and welcome in, everyone. My name's Sugi Yamagawa, and today on VTubing My Slow Life Hobbies in My 30s, we're going to be making Lomo Saltado. It's a Peruvian dish, it's a stir fry, and it is one of my favorite restaurant meals of all time. So, I am really excited to make this recipe today, even more so because this guy actually got to enjoy that meal for lunch today. So I've had it professionally today, and then I get to try it, see if this guy can do it. So now I'm really glad I got my oil going, because oil is going to be hot, and I should not hit the thing. I just want to get it a little bit more off this heat, because if I leave it on the heat, it's going to get way too warm. But it gives me some options, so that's what I want with here. So we're going to start by preparing. So there's two things this stir fry gets served with. First is white rice. Second is French fries. So we're going to start prepping our ingredients. Basically the same stuff we usually do around here. So I'm going to be starting my French fries, then I'll start prepping my vegetables. Speaking of vegetable preps, cutting board and knife. And now, normally I've seen these, like, a lot of the pictures online depicted like really thick cut, like steak fries. When I was shopping for ingredients yesterday, these were all I can find, which honestly, these look like really good fries. So we're gonna be rolling with these bad boys. So if we do deep fryer, okay, so it's just gonna be like 375 for our basket, more not. Fry 5 minutes, cook to like golden color, drain on paper towel, season to taste. Okay, so we're just gonna. Oh, okay, well, got a little bit excessive there, but no big deal. Sugi is definitely very much on team excessive. So we want to have those fry for 10 minutes. Doesn't look like doesn't actually seem like it's like super hot. I was actually kind of expecting a little bit more of a boil or something to it, so nothing crazy happening is always good. So, vegetables. Sweet. Actually, wait a second. Gotta talk about it. So this is some rice that I had made the other day. It's leftover rice. I did not wish to cook rice for today because, unfortunately, my diet has been leftover hell for the better part of this week. Like, I just finished off the risotto from Sunday stream yesterday. So, I am going to park my rice here. And hopefully, over the course of preparing all the other things and doing all the cooking, the sheer radiant heat of the fire will be enough to warm this up for me, because it's at freezer temperatures right now. So, let's just grab one of the greatest vegetables known to mankind, the red onion, which I am very partial to this guy, exceedingly partial. Yes, I'll park stuff there. Okay. Man. So, and yeet. Man, hope everyone out there has been having a good week. Me, I got to enjoy a severe case of anxiety yesterday, and then went to work this morning, half expecting to be completely chewed out, and everything was like fine. And it's like, I drank yesterday for nothing. By drink, I mean I had 2 beers. Because, I've still recently back from vacation, and I consumed a cornucopious amount of beer during vacation, and yeah. So, looks like my squirrel? Squirrel? It sounded like squirrel. Okay. So it definitely seems like my fry oil's not quite up to temp. Funny enough, it sounded like really warm. You know what? Because I was a little bit concerned about the heat on it. Ooh, yeah. I think that's about as much fire as I can get on that as I can. But for now, we continue to skin the onions. So that way we can unlock one of the best flavors for them. Ah! Not frying onion paper. Funny enough, before stream I actually had to fish out a coal out of here. That fell in. Come on. There you go. Go into the fire. Go into the fire, get burnt up, so that way your ashes can be used as nutrients for my garden. Because I gotta have those, like, sweet fire-based nutrients, you know? Well, like, it's quicker than just, like, normal decomposition, just to burn stuff. If I'm waiting on decomposition to actually, like, prep my, stuff. Like, to get my organic matter broken back down into the soil enough for, for it to create fresh nutrients for the next crop. Takes a while for decomposition to run its course, so it's always nice to speed run that, and fire's basically the classic speed run strategy for getting those nutrients back into the soil. So I've got my onion prepped. Now, how I wish to prep this onion is a little bit strange to me, because for this dish, we want stuff like this. We want kind of like wedges of onion, which is very much different than what I'm traditionally used to preparing. But we're just actually going to just cut that, because I'm not so concerned about. So we're just going to get ourselves some nice thick wedges, which are going to be wonderful for this stir fry. Absolutely love stir fries, and very excited to be doing my first tonight. Oh no. Man. I don't get why people don't like onions. Onions are fruit of the gods, man. And also incredibly good for you. Like, onions are the best. I mean, there's lots of great vegetable. But onion is a really good example of a veg I grow. Not because the flavor's better, fresh from the garden. Not because I'm saving money. But just because I want to make sure I can grow it should bad stuff happen. So, and considering recent news, there's been a lot of bad stuff, unfortunately. Now I know I've been letting these fries go for a while, but yeah, I don't think I quite got. Yeah, they're still very, very soft. So we'll see how these fries actually turn out. Probably should have let the oil warm up a bit more, but it's frying. You're gonna get thoroughly cooked and be delicious. So our next preparation is Roma tomatoes. So I'm actually gonna be halving the recipe, because the recipe calls for 3 of these bad boys. I'm halving the recipe because I won't be able to eat the whole meal. One of the sweet joys of being a single individual is ending up with absolute cornucopious amounts of leftover food, which I have unfortunately here recently been suffering from. And also, good evening, Dad's Old Shop. I hope you're having as amazing weather as I'm having right now. Because the weather today is, like, perfect. I was actually debating on doing something else today, but I was like, nah. I checked the forecast. I was like, nah, the weather's too good for campfire cooking. And hot season's incoming, and I'm very scared for hot season. Hot season's very scary. What's start, but it's gorgeous. Gonna head in the garden a few. Nice. Well, you enjoy your time out in the garden. Actually, I know a good way to. Maybe. Do I know a good way? Do I? Do I truly? Do I know a truly good way? Yes, I do. Thanks to playing around with Dutch Oven Coon. Hello, the weather was good up north for me today. Oh, that's great to hear. Also, welcome in. Arabelle Verde? Oh. But good to hear there's been, like, good weather all around. But yeah, I actually got the rest of my sunflowers planted out yesterday. And I'm incredibly thankful for it. Because I can now call myself somewhat caught up on my gardening chores. The yard's looking like it's getting to the point where I need to get into it and give it a good mow, but no big deal there. That's easy to do. I just have to get around to it, which might be Friday. We'll see. Windy as heck though. I only have my perennials this year. Shucks. I'm currently in the spot in my life right now where I'm kind of really dreading. Well, I'm kind of over gardened right now. Like, I have way too much garden. And it's a lot to keep up with. Oh yeah, that's actually warming up. So, I'm gonna kind of wait until these fries are done before we move forward. Hang out. Just because, well, I want to get the fries done, and then we can start working on our the other goodies. Bring you up here. So, I've also brought out Dutch Oven Coon. So, since I'm going to be doing since I'm prepping the fries, before I fully commit to serving them, my game plan is to keep them warm with the heat of the Dutch oven, which hopefully I can park it over here, and that'll give me the radiant heat I need to keep this good. Well, keep my fries at, like, serving temperature. If I think it gets too hot, then I can just, well, you know, take it off, set it to the side, which hopefully I'll have a little bit more of this wood burnt up. So, I want to just check. Okay, so they're not a golden yellow. Okay. Well, that's all fine. That's all good. Because I think it's time for a thing. The traditional thing of campfires and what makes this truly a fun activity. For me, at least. And that is having a cold one. So, got West 6 Pennyrile. It's pale ale. Actually won bronze at the World Beer Cup. Really good beer. From one of my favorite local breweries, so. Cheers. Now, let me take a look and see what I need for the marinade. Because I've got to get the... Because that's our next step. Hey, look, there's a bowl. I'm out of counter. I'm also really low on counter space. Soy sauce, garlic, beef. Okay. Soy sauce and garlic for the marinade. And also for garlic, we're just going with granulated. I completely forgot to get garlic. I didn't even write it down. So, got soy sauce. Sauce of Champions. And I'm also going to be working with some sauces I haven't actually really worked with before. And I'm very interested in trying. I've heard some good stuff. For example, this recipe calls for oyster sauce. This is apparently where a lot of the umami for this dish comes from. And yeah, I'm completely new to this. So hopefully it's good in today's dish, and hopefully and most importantly of all, may I find other dishes that utilize it. And then we're going to be using aji amarillo sauce. Well, it's actually a paste, and it's made of these very special peppers from South America. So hopefully this will add some really good flavor. Because I will say this, different peppers can have incredibly different flavor profiles. One of the peppers I really like growing in my garden, Georgia Flame, they are absolutely incredible in their depth of flavor. So I'm actually genuinely very curious about that sauce. Okay. So, still don't have quite that golden brown, but they are definitely frying up nicely though. So, no worries there. And now, something some of you may or not be surprised that I haven't really used much of before, and that's red wine vinegar. I typically use white vinegar around the house, and oyster sauce is in a lot of Chinese, Southeast Asian foods, often non-seafoods. Ah, good stuff to... Ooh, good, because Chinese and Southeast Asian cuisine is territory Sugi needs to explore. Sugi hasn't done a lot of exploring of those just yet, those cuisines. I didn't make Mabo tofu, which that was really good. A small piece of wood. I want a small piece. They're not as small as I want, but they're about what I get. Wait, over there? Over there. Yeah. So, let's grab garlic. Oh, wow. You can actually see the rice is steaming. What? You don't have like 8 vinegars like me? How do you live? So right now, prior to getting the red wine vinegar, I had white vinegar, balsamic vinegar, and now I have red wine vinegar. And honestly, I think that trifecta of vinegar is going to have me good on vinegar for a while. A long while. So I'm going to be really heavy with my garlic powder, because the correct amount of garlic to add to anything is always yes. Always yes. Because I am a huge fan of the garlic. Okay. these fries. Getting really close. I keep thinking it looks like they're browning up, but it doesn't look like they're quite getting there. I got white, right out of a white wine. Red wine, apple cider. Okay, yeah, apple cider's a big one. 2 balsamics. 2 balsamics. Rice vinegar. Yeah, I've heard of rice vinegar, red vinegar, black vinegar. That's a lot of vinegar. I don't even think I've heard of black vinegar. And also, what's up, Arkin boy? I sound like Gubba from Forrest Gump, but for vinegar. Dude, you're just enthusiastic about your cooking and want options for flavor. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. And also, vinegar keeps, so that's fine. I will say it's funny. I was looking at my balsamic vinegar because after I first bought it, I was like, how am I going to use up all this balsamic vinegar? And then I realized that stuff is good on salads. So I like, and since I am exceedingly pro salad, I've been using up the balsamic vinegar on my salads. I've also had it on pizzas before, and it's really good on pizza, which I think I need to try a little bit of on my next pizza I make. Black vinegar is for dumplings and dipping sauce. Ah. Oh, man. When I was on vacation last week, we went to a sushi place. And I don't do seafood. And probably already said this story, I think. Because now it's starting to come back to me. But I had gyoza with grade A Wagyu beef. And that gyoza was incredible, and the dipping sauce was great. Bread, olive oil, and balsamic are the most dangerous pre-meal snack I've ever had. Oh, yeah, that sounds... Yeah! That's great. Oh, yeah, balsamic is great. Balsamic reductions are great for stuff like pizza. I wonder if fries would be good in it. Because there is a part of me that, as much as I do, like, just standard actual cooking for stream, there are cursed food stream ideas in the back of this guy's brain. Oh yeah, I did bring you out. And I brought this guy out just because I actually forgot I owned this. And I really wish I could actually figure out why you would need this long handle of a knife. But for now, I'm going to use this to open up my package of beef so I can get it marinating. The long knife, yeah. Yeah, the first time I brought this out on stream, I compared it to flax, which is a type of weapon from the good old days. And by the good old days, I mean like long time ago. But flax was actually like, a flax would have a blade slightly longer than this, probably like 3 feet long. Very similar shape to this, bit of a curve. We're gonna have a big handle. The flax was such a powerful tool because you could get 2 hands and a lot of leverage on it. Roman legions, when they were working around the Danube River area, they actually had to change their helmet designs, and they had to add reinforcing bars to their helmets because the flax was so good at ripping their helmets open. Malt vinegar's good on fries. Good chance balsamic is at least mid. I can see that. Okay. So I want half this. Half this. Did I? Okay, so I actually did do that. Okay. Well, that's a problem that needs to be rectified later. Fries looking good. You're a natural fry chef, Sugi. I don't know if I'm a natural fry chef. A long knife with a long handle is also a great tool for every day. For example, Spanish navaja. I take them out. Some people like them crispy. Recipe said get a nice golden brown, and they're getting really close. I'm probably gonna take them out once I get this. Once I can finally fish my beef into the marinade. Also, I just realized, yeah, I want to save that. Yeah, I think that's probably enough beef for today's meal. Yeah, probably enough beef for today's meal. I actually kind of like my fries on the crispy side, though. Just took me a while to get my oil heated up, so they kind of look a little bit spongy and soft. Let's see. Yeah, because they're golden, but they're not like a brown golden though. It's still kind of soft. I'm just waffling on my fries, man. Yeah, that's fair. I have a trained eye from my years at Wendy's. Ah, years of experience. That is something I lack. Or maybe the oil itself. The oil itself is dark because it's used. I think this is the third or fourth time I've used this oil, and then after today, this oil's done. Are they going to be triple double fry, ultra deluxe touch by the grace of Toho fries, or just regular fries? They're going to be just regular fries. Oh man, that piece of wood's got moisture in it. You guys can kind of see it. Got a little bit of bubble in here. That wood's got moisture. However, though, fire, say it. And I wish to have not said fire. So, in classic Sugi tradition, I always forget one thing for these streams. One thing. Today's thing I have forgotten to grab is silverware. So I can't it's really hard for me to mix my beef into my marinade. So I'm gonna run and grab some silverwares, and I'll be back. Your campfire spirit for getting the silverware. The silverware. But I have it now. So I can actually mix the beef into the marinade, because what's the point in marinating beef if you can't actually marinate it, you know? So. Ooh yeah. And good old soy sauce. Good old soy sauce and garlic. So now that that's nice and reasonably mixed up, that's now one more step done. Which that's the fun thing with stir fries, is all the prep work that goes into it. Yeah, they're actually they're starting to get golden. But we're gonna let those fries keep doing their thing. But I'm gonna push that down, and eventually, there we go. Eventually, we'll bring that back in. Keep fire going. As fire stops, then the cooking stops, and And that's no good. It's no good at all. So, we got beef marinating, rice frying. We've got a little bowl here. And in this, we're going to make the sauce for the stir fry. And what I want for the sauce, small bowl. So, soy sauce, oyster sauce, red wine vinegar, IG amarillo paste, and cornstarch, which to combine and set aside. So, where's those ingredients at? One tablespoon of each, so therefore I can just, as one VTuber once said, add them with your heart. I.e. just wing it. Which for like a sauce, it's fine. It's mostly going to be soy sauce. Mostly soy sauce for the sauce. Then like 1 part each of our other ingredients, so. And then I also probably should remember that I'm wanting to cut my ingredients by half. Okay, those fries are... I think those fries are good. Yeah. Seem pretty stiff. Yeah. And yeah, it looks like some of them have actually browned up reasonably nicely too. Yeah. That's fancy, but I'm cooking mac and cheese from over a closed fire electric stovetop. Controlled fire is great. Controlled fire does not throw coals onto your keyboard. Because when I was making my going live tweet last Campfire cooking stream, the fire actually threw a coal onto my keyboard, and my finger went down on the coal, and I was like, ow. Why did I get an ow from the keyboard? Oh, the keyboard is just on fire. Which, you know, around here is like perfectly normal. But mac and cheese from scratch is definitely good stuff. I actually did mac and cheese from scratch a little while ago. If I drip the oil into the fire, it burns. But I did burn it. I think it was actually one of the earlier recipes I did in the Dutch oven. I forget how I broke it in. I don't know if I broke it in with mac and cheese or the cheesy potatoes. Cheesy potatoes were really good, though. So it was one of those streams where I first used the Dutch oven. I'm definitely a fan of the Dutch oven. Even though the thing is like... Ooh. Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah. Oh gosh, this... I hope that doesn't damage the plastic top. Okay. That rice is definitely getting warm. Oh. Just... Oop. Pull hit the arm. Man. That's what makes campfire cooking so much funner. There's an element of danger to it. Normal cooking doesn't have danger. What do we got? What do we got? I see a fry. Last fry. Oh yeah, that's actually a pretty good amount of fries. Also, so you don't play with the hot oil. No, I know you like playing with hot things. Now the oil will set off to the side. And it's gonna chill. It's gonna chill out. It's gonna relax. As for you, I find your lid. I lid you. This goes away. Before I have a whoopsie. I often have whoopsies. Okay. Sometimes I get nervous when anything gets close to the fire for a prolonged time because it just will get hot and stay hot. So, let's see here. My game plan is to land this bad boy somewhere around in there. Close to the fire, not next to it. So that way it'll just heat up. Oh, yep, that's reaching outside my comfort zone. That's outside the comfort zone. So, now that I've got that done, I want to manage this fire a little bit. Because while the fire is looking somewhat healthy, it is looking somewhat burnt down. And ow. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's why. I'm just gonna push that a little bit forward. Ooh. I realize I'm just doing something. I'm putting a lot of heat in this general area, which I don't want to do. Because that's where the webcam is. I'll also back the sauce. Hi, sauce. Hi, sauce. How are you? How's life treating you? Is it good? Life's been treating me good. It's actually fun. I actually got to get this, my pepper sauce. I actually had to go to a Meijer. No Walmart, no Kroger, no anywhere else. Had the magic pepper sauce. Okay. Oh dear. Oyster sauce, are you thick? Are you thick, boy? This scares me. Ooh. This calls for a butter knife coon. Hello, butter knife coon. Holy smokes. Stuff is thick. Okay. That's a thick sauce. That's probably fine. Stay. Can you stay? Please stay. Please stay. Please behave. And now I have a cornucopious amount of oyster sauce that I now have to figure out how to use. Which I will. Just don't know when. Take the magic cardboard sleeve off. That is very much about advertising everything. And also really proudly states Peru Foods. That's what the top white letters in the circle mean. So. Which that's actually like one of the greatest side benefits of doing this is I have really discovered dishes that I've never really tried before. Granted, today's instance is I had this in a restaurant and I really like it, so I'm making it. So let's get a couple chunks of this. I'm really curious to see how this actually. I'm really curious to how this tastes. Because it says mild. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, man, I like that. That's like the amount of heat Sugi likes. Like a nice slight kick, but doesn't knock me on my butt. I've definitely had things that have really knocked me on my butt, and it's like, why do you knock me on my butt? And now Sugi tries to open up a red vinegar bottle. Ooh. Sugi did it. Ooh. But yeah, some red wine vinegar. Not really too much. Doesn't need a lot. Doesn't need a lot to be good. And you gotta be mindful of my space. So there's that. And I also know... So this is cornstarch. It doesn't look like cornstarch, but it is cornstarch. Believe it or not... Yeah, oh yeah, that's plenty. Oh, that's plenty. Maybe too much, but... plenty. But, about to complete thought. Yes, cornstarch. So for so funny enough, one of the big things that I use cornstarch for is making deodorant. Because I read about how a lot of deodorant has aluminum in it as an antiperspirant. Well, a form of aluminum that is bioavailable and can be picked up by the body. So, Isugi, much younger than myself, decided to make his own deodorant. So for, gosh, it's been a long while. A long while. Like, maybe 15 years. I've made a deodorant that is 1 part cornstarch, 1 part baking soda, 1 part coconut oil. Those 3 ingredients, each in 1 part. You mix them in a bowl. Actually, the bowl the bowl the marinade is in, that's the bowl I traditionally will use for making the deodorant. Because usually the coconut oil is solid. Or at least reasonably solid. There we go. Eventually, at some point, we're going to be turning up the heat on this bad boy. Because, oh wait, I need to double check my sauce ingredients. I think I had it right. Soy sauce, oyster sauce, red wine vinegar, pepper paste, cornstarch, whisk, combine, set aside. Nice. Awesome. So, we're actually at the point where we can now start to work on actually doing some cooking. So, get prepared. Well, pull the pan out. I keep flipping my fire poker around. So, I'm gonna be working with higher heats, which is why I got the fire kind of a little bit more going, if you will. I actually want to get this. That should be good, actually. Let's get this adjusted how I want. Oh, that's why I can't adjust it how I want. There's wood in the way. Damn wood. I love you so much. Hey. Nope. You need to go. There. I love my jank setup. It's mine. Don't hold on that bar. I don't want you holding on that bar. I need you to just hang out. Okay. So, there's a few ashes in here. But a few ashes is fine. Oh. What we got? Are we just on the hump of wood? There's a hump of wood there. Let's see if I can push that. Because I need a somewhat flat surface. Can I get a somewhat flat surface there? Sweet. Man. Really trying hard here. So, olive oil time. That's gonna get heated up. And then once it gets heated up, we're gonna sear the beef. So, plate. Put to the side. I need to. Plate. Okay, plate will hang out behind me on the cooler, and we're gonna actually just. We will actually not be like directly making the stir fry. We will actually just be doing a sear. It needs to be on high heat. Iron pan, high heat. When it starts to simmer, the oil. Then we can sear it. It says work in batches, but I have this much meat, that much pan. I have all the room in the world. And then we can actually work on actually doing the stir fry. Nice. So, one of the nice things about stir fries is even while at times they can be a horrendous amount of prep. Well, actually not really. That's the actual like real benefit to an actual stir fry is it's not a lot of prep. You can just get your ingredients prepped and then you can actually start cooking. Really not actually that hard. But once you're actually cooking though, things go fast. That's kind of like really the only hardest part about stir fry. Back when I was younger, I would actually like make stir fries, but unfortunately as an adult, a lot of my meals have shifted to being stuff that I can more quickly and easily prepare. Don't know if that olive oil's smoking or not, or granted, this is one of the downsides of campfire cooking is I can't tell if my oil's smoking or if it's my heat. But that definitely does look like it's my oil. I'm going to be giving this a few more stirs. Granted, this smells absolutely incredible. Garlic, beef, soy sauce, all good things. So, wonderful. Oh, straggler. Get in there, straggler. Yay! So, let's go ahead and give these guys a quick stir. Need to break them up. So I'm actually using just a stir-fry beef that I bought from Meyer. And this process happens very quick. To the point where I'm going to be really watching this. While drinking my beer. So we want to make sure we turn this over. Okay. Okay. I reached the limitations of this tool. That's why he has a friend. The friend will actually let go of the meat. Come on. Let's get all of you. No piece of beef gets left behind here. Almost got you. Almost got you all. One more. Here we go. Awesome sauce. Now, so, with our beef seared, it is now time for me to move this to the side. And I want to turn that heat down. Because holy smokes. Because the recipe asked for high heat, and I gave it high heat, and I gave it way too much high heat. Come on. I want to push that log away. Yep, that's what I want. It's literally what I want. And bring in. So, let's see. I'm gonna pull this out. Evaluate. Oh man, you gotta love it when the mic gets hooked on your shirt sleeve. Okay, so I took a lot of that heat off. Bring the temperature down because these coals and that there should be plenty for what we need to do next. Now, since we're now moving into the stir fry section, I'm going to be really watching what I need to do. So I'm going to take a moment to familiarize with what I need to do, because we need saute 1 tablespoon of oil, pans dry, onion sauce, let cook for 1 minute before adding remaining garlic tomatoes. You saute for 1 minute. So it's 1 minute to cook onions, 1 minute to cook tomatoes, add beef back into pan, and you can also add french fries as you're adding the beef. Drizzle with the prepared sauce and toss with slice, top, then serve. Okay. Now, so it's funny enough, it actually doesn't really talk about how long this needs to happen for. Oh. Okay. So this is going to be pretty speedy. I don't trust that metal. I can't trust metal. We're going to get that back on there. Olive oil coon. Use you. Get some garlic pepper. Get garlic sauce. And I wish my fire pit was more tilted closer to me. Honestly, I wish it was level. Above all else, it would have been real nice if it was level. I think if I actually get rid of this bar there, it gets it real close to being level. Because we are going to be cooking with a sauce. I just also have to make sure those things are also touching the rim. If they're not touching the rim, then ooh. Let's see, I'm really close. And Oh. Now that's what I call cooking. Oh man, that's great. Okay. So we've got the pan somewhat more level. Let's go ahead and get going. So I'm probably going to be just throwing half the onions in here. So that's going to be 1 minute. So it's onions plus sauce. Now it calls for sauce at different points in time. Oh wow. Okay. Wasn't expecting to be that legit today, but here we are. Here we are. Okay. So any like larger chunks, stuff like that, I want to try and break them up. Make sure nothing bad happens to them. Woo! A few more seconds away. Actually, I don't even remember what the heat call for is on this. And is that 6? That's 6. 6 tomatoes. We're good. So I'm just gonna mix them in with the. Woo! I gotta keep that sauce away from that other side. Getting a little too real. Getting a little too toasty. Granted, I will say the smells great. And I do like how I have a nice like puddle of sauce, but closer to me, not away from me. So, here's our seared beef from earlier. Now, that goes back in. And let's add sauce. Without creating big burns. And make sure everything just gets mixed, gets in the sauce, because that's what we want. And then we basically just let this cook until we're happy with it, I think. I don't think the instructions actually called for how long I wanted this to happen for. And then chop. Yeah. And then toss to combine. Yep. Yeah, it just says toss to combine. It's not like. So. Granted, this both looks and smells amazing. Oh, wait. I'm a dumb. I forgot to add my garlic. Even though I had it right in front of me. So as long as I got a little bit of moisture here, it should be fine. But I just want to make sure... Oh. Get all that combined. Now I can't let this cook for too long because the tomatoes will become unhappy, and I think that's about close as I can get. So, step 1. Off to the side. Woo! Oh dear. I thought I was cutting back on ingredients. Okay. I think with that, we got all of our... We got all the tomatoes, which is good. It's a matter of getting the rest of our goodness. Woo! Come on, one more piece of beef. One more piece of beef. Hot dog! Woohoo! Oh man. Oh gosh. I gotta say, this sauce smells amazing. Let's go ahead and give our thing here a good scrape. All that good stuff. Make sure this gets somewhat-ish clean. That goes off to the side, and for this guy, because I have all that burnt stuff, just gonna hit it heavy with water. Real heavy with water. So this is... That's a carbon steel pan, not a cast iron pan. I'm sure if people saw me do that with a cast iron pan, they would probably say stuff, but guess what? My stream, my cookware, I do what I want. So I'm gonna wait for that water to warm up. And then once it warms up, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna throw it to the side. Not really. I'm just gonna set it. I'm gonna set it off to the side. I just wanna get some warm water in it, just so I can have it just to help me clean it, because we definitely had some burny bits in there. So, and that's just gonna make post stream cleanup easy for me, which is everything I want to do. And that water is definitely plenty warm. So, now that we have our stir fry cooked, okay, fine, be like that. I gotta go fetch some fries. The fries. Fries fetched. Wait a second. Had a whooping? Next. Oh, wait. What? Why? Okay. Weird. So right now I'm the on-call guy for my work. And I just got a message from the on-call, which is weird because it's past 8 and I'm never on call past 8, and I don't know why they would message me at this hour and then ask me if Granted, it's also a very easy question because I can just be like, nope. It is a nope question. Which admittedly is my favorite types of questions. I love... Oh, okay. I love being able to be like, yeah, the answers to that, the answer to that question is no, that's not happening. Okay, so before we can do final, plate up, serve up, all that good stuff, yeah, add some cilantro for like serving. So I'm just gonna try and grab fine leaves, and some people have an aversion to the cilantro. I do not. I actually quite enjoy my cilantro. Actually, I'm thinking about a thing. What? Nah, I don't want to be. I don't want to be that extra. You are blessed for not tasting soapy cilantro. Ah, good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear that there are people who are as equally blessed as I am. Because one of my coworkers is actually like that. He cannot do cilantro. Actually, what's the place? Chipotle? I think it's Chipotle. He cannot eat at Chipotle because of the cilantro. Okay, so cilantro. Grab my rice, which reasonably warm actually. Not like piping hot. Oh, actually no. It smells. It smells like hot. It smells like warm rice. So maybe not hot rice, but. But I will say rice in the sauce I've made is amazing. I love rice in this sauce now. I certainly did make more than I intended. So, not all the rice is going in. Because we gotta have ourselves... Actually, yeah. Push that out a little bit. You can go away. I need a spot for fries. Granted, I probably also should have grabbed salt for the fries, but I'm actually curious. Are the fries good on their own? Hey, we have a volunteer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're not hot fries, but they're good fries. I don't know. Probably could have probably done a little bit better with, what's the word? What's the word? There's a preparation, whatever. I don't know. But hey. You guys have been putting up with me tonight. Thank you very much for that. And now here is our completed dish. Lomo Saltado. It's a Peruvian stir fry. This is genuinely one of my favorite meals to get when I go out to eat at work. So, I actually got to have this for lunch. So, I get to have this now. Because work was like, "Hey, we're gonna go to the place and get the foods," and I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." I was planning on making it tonight, but hey, I can at least do like a comparison. So, get a fresh can of beer. Grab my fork. And let's try this. Actually, I just want a little. want to see how I want to really see how well I did with the sauce. So let's see how well I did with this sauce. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Good. Now, the fire just decided to throw smoke at me for reasons I don't understand, but the sauce is not... So this isn't exactly the same flavor as what I enjoyed earlier today, but holy smokes, it's close. It is tremendously close. Oh my gosh. So, next up is a tomato. Oh, the rich, umami-filled sauce. It's just a hair bit salty, combined with the acidity of the tomato and the like nice kind of like crunch nature of a stir-fried Roma tomato. Oh my gosh. I gotta get some rice. Oh, come on. I gotta get some rice with it. My gosh. Holy smokes, that is good. This is good, man. Oh, hello, Mr. Spock. Hope you're having a beer. And I also hope you're having a good day. But yeah, I gotta say, this is good. This is really good. And if you guys want to try making it, there's a link down in the doobly-doo where you can go check it out. Just made this recipe. 10 out of 10. This is a pretty big recommendation. For something that I was like trying to figure out a recipe for today. Doing one of my favorite restaurant meals. This is where current Sugi takes his hand and pats the back of past Sugi and be like, "Hey man, good choice." Man. Granted, I really wish the wind would change directions. But I can also change fire. Because this lets me manipulate fire. Sort of. Kind of. I'm not a firebender, but I can manipulate fire. A little bit. Usually that's the sign when the fire smokes my face out. It's like, hey, I need to poke. Like, fine, I'll poke you. But yeah. I'm having beer and waiting on a roast chicken. Nice. I made it for old Hector as I'm running out of old Hector cat. So I need to improvise. Oh no, Hector. Oh. Haven't tried any of the beef yet. So. Let's give it a try. Oh my gosh. That ultra calls for some rice. Oh my gosh. Pavilion response. Oh my. It is. It's rich. But not too rich. Like, it's really good. My gosh, it is. This was definitely one of those really big 10 out of 10. This was a 10 out of 10 recipe. The risotto, I think 8 out of 10. I kind of missed. I overcooked the green bars, and the recipe did call for serving like as a top thing, like serving with a little bit of that cheese. Now that cheese should have just been mixed in with the risotto, because that cheese is very strong, well, very sharp in flavor, like nearly overwhelmingly so. I mean, it's good, but it's just a little too sharp. Whoa. Okay, so let me take a look here. Let me see what's going on. Because, oh yeah. Oh wait, he's also live, because, yeah, I have really good food, and I would really deeply desire to dig into it. So, let me find one feller to raid. Oh wait, I gotta do a thing. Turn that off. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, this has been Sugi Yamagawa. Thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in. I have good beer, good Peruvian stir fry that I'm gonna now gorge myself on, which is good because I'm also. Oh, hey, cat. Hi, cat. Oh man, that was interesting. Cat just walked by. Neat. Okay. So, after this, I'll be hanging out in this individual stream. This is Zerzon. He's playing Smash. He stopped by a couple of these streams before, so I'm gonna be hanging out with him while I enjoy this wonderful food. And with all that, I would like to say thank you I'm not gonna apologize for today being short. It's been a work day, so thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in. Hope you have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And hopefully I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.